Hello, let's discuss on the topic transgenic animal. Transgenic animal are those animals that carry foreign DNA segments inserted into the genome by DNA recombinant technology. Transgenic animals offers various benefits to humankind. The first is let's study on the study of normal physiology and development. Transgenic animals are specifically designed to study the functioning of genes and its regulation, to study how genes affect normal functions of the body and how the gene regulates the process of development and differentiation. The second benefit is transgenic animals help to study various types of diseases. Many transgenic animals are being developed to be used as a model for studying several human diseases like cancer, cystic fibrosis, Alzheimer's disease, etc. The third is that transgenic animals yield various types of biological products. Transgenic animals that produces useful human biological products are created by introducing the gene or DNA segment from human for a particular therapeutic and diagnostic protein. The first transgenic cow named Rosie produced human protein enriched milk. The milk contained the human alpha-lactalbumin and was nutritionally more balanced for human babies as compared to the natural cow milk. The fourth is the vaccine safety testing. Transgenic mice are being developed for testing the safety of the newly developed vaccines prior to being used for human. The example is that polio vaccine was first being tested on the transgenic mice for its safety. Now, the next is the chemical safety testing. Transgenic animals are developed that have genes which makes them more sensitive to toxic substances, chemicals, or drugs. These sensitive animals are then exposed to specific toxic substances to study its side effect. Such sensitive animals exhibits quicker and more severe toxic reaction. So this is also called as toxicity testing or safety testing. Now we shall discuss on the ethical issues relating to biotechnology. Genetic engineering no doubt offers various type of useful innovation for our society. However, a large number of activists and members of scientific community have expressed their concern that genetic engineering may be used for various type of unethical activities. The first one is let's discuss on bioethics and biosafety. Biosafety regulations are designed to promote safe use, distribution, and application of the biotechnological methods, genetically modified organisms, products and services so that there are minimum chances of harm to human, plants, and even to the environment as well. The ultimate aims of these regulations or guidelines is to minimize the risk and risk from the activities using recombinant DNA technologies. And bioethics are sets of moral principles and standards to regulate human perception as to avoid the exploitation of living organisms for human interests. The main bioethical concerns pertaining to biotechnological modification of organisms are the transfer of the transgene from one species to another species violates the integrity of the species. Second is that biotechnology poses unforeseen risk to biodiversity and even the environment as well. The third is that genes introduced into crops may be passed into weeds, and some super weeds may appear whose control will be difficult, and these super weeds would take over and replace some of the useful crop plant, and in the future these useful crop plants may be completely become extinct because of the super weeds. The fourth is the use of the transgenic animals for the production of pharmaceutical proteins reduces them to a mere object of factories and not just an individual. And the transfer of human genes into animals and the use of organs for transgenic animals for transplantation dilute the concept of the humanness. So these are some of the ethical issues relating to the biosafety of the biotechnology. Now let's discuss on the biopiracy. Biopiracy is the use of resources such as genetically engineered viruses, bacteria, even plants and animals by the multinational companies and other organizations without proper authorizations from the concerned authorities and people, or without compensatory royalty payment to them. The industrialized nation or the countries are rich in biotechnology and finances, but they are poor in bioresources and traditional knowledge about the utilization of the bioresource. Often about exploits both the knowledge as well as the bioresources of the poor and the underdeveloped countries, because the underdeveloped countries have more bioresources and more traditional knowledge. So with their rich finances, they are extracting more of the bioresources from the underdeveloped and the developing countries. So the developing countries are not realizing the injustice that is being done to them by the developed countries, because developing countries are extracting more of the resources, but they are not giving them proper royalty or proper compensation, or they are not even taking a proper authorization from the country for draining out the resources. Therefore, the inadequate compensation and unequal sharing of returns on the total benefits earned for using their resources or traditional knowledge is becoming has result in the awareness among the developed or the underdeveloped countries. Therefore, many nations are developing laws to prevent such unauthorized exploitation of their bioresources and the traditional knowledge. So biopiracy here refers to the use of the bioresources from the underdeveloped or the developing countries by the rich multinational companies or the rich countries without proper authorizations from their country or the people concerned, or without paying a proper compensatory royalty to them for using their bioresources. So this is all about biopiracy.